Good day, good people. Welcome, everyone. It's Rusty Money. Appreciate you stopping by the channel. So sit back and relax and enjoy my next creation here on PlayStation Network. Good day, good people. Welcome, everybody. It's Rusty Money here on PlayStation Network and Rusty Money Gaming on YouTube. We are back here for another Throwback Thursday farm tour. We are here on a modded map called Starowies for Farming Simulator 19 on PlayStation 4. So, we are here for episode 23, which is called After the Beginning. So, we're going to hop on our Fent here and finish seeding out this soybean field here and get the money from this contract, and we will show you what's going on this map. So this is a small Polish map that was for Farming Simulator 19, and I did a new beginning series on it, all recorded. So I started with 2 pieces of equipment and a piece of forestry ground. Excuse me. And the main farm, but the main farm only had a house and a shed on it, if I remember correctly. And I had to build everything from there. It did have the pig barn as well, but no pigs. So yeah, it had a house, a shed, and a pig barn, and I believe that was it. And I had to cut down one of the forest areas here on this great small Polish map and use my money to build myself a farm, as well as create my first fields on that forest property, because I couldn't create any fields on my farmyard. And I couldn't do contracts in the rain. And CBW Farms LLC was the owner of the biogas plant here on this recorded series, and he told us that we couldn't use the biogas plant till we started pigs. And to be honest, I can't remember without going back and watching, but in one of the very first few videos, we were able to start pigs and had access to our biogas plant. This was a really fun recorded series here on Farming Simulator 19. Not only did I do it all recorded, but I also did about 5 or 6 episodes probably of dual kind of roleplay episodes. And what I mean by dual roleplay episodes is I created 2 game saves for this series about halfway through it, and the other game save had Farmer Willie B's farm built on it. And so I was gonna shoot for buying a piece of property here on this old Polish map where a windmill is, and underneath that windmill there was a piece of farm equipment that was buried in the ground. And so the role play bit was that I hired Farmer Willie B to dig up that piece of equipment and then clean it up and fix it up and give it back to us, and had to pay a fee for all that. And that turned out to be a little wheel loader. Well, that was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun creating the episodes for all that, and I know our good friend Farmer Willie B did as well. So thanks again, Farmer Willie B, for doing that, as he also was doing a recorded series here on the same map at that same time. And so it just happened to work all out, and we both had a lot of fun with it, and I know that there was a few viewers that really enjoyed the series, both on my channel and on Farmer Willie B's. So yeah, just a little bit about what all happened here. And then through the new beginning, I ended up getting enough money to buy another piece of forest land here on this map, as well as bought another small piece of property, and then put down a slurry yard, and then bought what else did I do? Then I bought one other field that's right by the farm, but I didn't get that bought, I don't think, till later in the series. So we do have quite a bit of property. We also have a greenhouse. And then as I progressed through the new beginning series here on Starowies, I bought several different pieces of equipment and upgraded a few times, and then sold some stuff. And yeah, well, then it got to the end of the series and had a special closeout to the series, which a lot of people enjoyed. So if you haven't watched this new beginning, I encourage you to watch this new beginning, as well as watching Farmer Willie B's recorded series on Starowies. Just a little bit of something extra if you all want to give it a look. So we're gonna get back out of here and go back to the farm and show you some of our land and what is all going on here on this map. So let's turn right here between these two fields, and we'll go back up here towards the road, and we'll go up here by our forest that we started with, so you can see that. Now I played seasons with this, and played 3-day seasons. Had a lot of fun with it. This was actually the first map where I actually gave a really good go at seasons and really enjoyed it. And we started with pigs for animals, and once we progressed, man, those things were reproducing like crazy. And I don't remember how many we got up to. I'd have to go back and look, because at the end of the series I did a closeout, and so we basically sold everything and rebuilt a brand new farm for a special ending, and got new equipment, and all of it was done with money I had earned, no government money or nothing like that. So we're gonna pull in here, and this was the forest area that I cut down and plowed in fields. And so I plowed in, I now have 3 separate fields here. So let's hop off the tractor for a minute. And over here, I believe is soybeans. Yeah, we have soybeans growing, and it previously was a grass field. Okay, and then in this field we got canola that is germinated, and before that there wasn't a field here. Actually there was. I think it was potatoes. Yeah, it was potatoes right here. And then right here we have a new field, or not a new field, but a field that doesn't have crop in it. And prior to I believe it was oats or wheat maybe that we got off that field. Alright, now let's drive up here, and we'll go to that field that we bought where our piece of equipment was that we role played with Farmer Willie B, and we'll show you that. This is a great map to play seasons with. Now if you don't play seasons on this old Polish map on FS19, the shading and all that on this map is quite different. That's just my opinion, but I really love this map playing with seasons. The colors are for FS19 are pretty fabulous on this map, in my opinion. Okay, so this is the other piece of land that we bought later in the new beginning, and as a part of buying it, we were given some information by Farmer Willie B that there's a treasure on this land. Well, it just happens to be that down here in this windmill, there was a piece of equipment buried down there. Well, yeah, that's actually a harvester down there. But I role-played it with a different piece of equipment that Farmer Willie B dug up for us. And a lot of great fun. It was a lot of great fun creating those episodes using 2 different game saves to create the episodes as well. And now we're going to go on over across the map here to the other piece of forestry land that I bought later in the new beginning and show you what's over there. And that area also was covered with lots of trees, and cut them down and got a big field of corn right now. But as we venture over there, we had bought this piece of land right there. It's a small little field, and then plowed out around it and have a very tiny cornfield right there with a little extra crop. But that's where we put the slurry yard here on this map. Now let's drive on over here and we'll show you where our other cornfield is. And it's a pretty large field for this map, considering the amount of trees were on this land and how big it was. So it's actually probably close to my biggest field I have currently. Let's turn right here and we'll go over here and show you where our cornfield and our greenhouse is. And during my series, I did it where I could only use my greenhouse during the nice time of year. I didn't use it during the winter, if I remember correctly. So this area to the right of the tractor was covered in trees. And so now it's got a triangle cornfield in it, a triangular shaped cornfield right back there. And it goes all the way back to the edge of the map, back over there in the corner where that white car is traveling now. So here is our little greenhouse that helped us make a little money. But yeah, this whole area right here was covered in trees, and we harvested them. And when I started this new beginning, like I said, I only had 2 pieces of equipment, and if I remember correctly, that was a small trailer and the Advent skid steer, that little green skid steer. And I lifted all of the trees with the Advent skid steer and a pallet fork and loaded them onto a trailer and hauled them all to the sawmill to make money. So now we'll go down here to the farm, and this is what the farm looks like after the closeout at the end of the new beginning series, that I used all the money I had after I sold all of my property, or I shouldn't say property, but all of the buildings I had on the last farm, and all of my equipment, all my crops, everything I had sold pretty much, and built this brand new farm. The only thing I didn't sell, if I remember correctly, was the silo, because I didn't want to lose what was in the silo if I had anything extra. So, brand new farmyard. This was a custom farmyard. This is not what the farm looks like in new farmer mode here on Starowies and FS19. So let's hop out of the tractor here and we'll walk around and then give you a bird's eye view of the build. So I put a fertilizer hut here from Alien Jim's pack, and then we got ourselves a little 3-door shed, and we have ourselves a small planter in here, and then we had to get a little toy here to have on the farm. Little John Deere tractor and a little tipper trailer. And then that's where the house is with the doormat, just a decorative house. And we have a water well and our washing station and a tractor weight and front loader right there. And then our silo is right here. And then here is a water tank and also our workshop right here. And then our workshop is drive-through, so we got ourselves a little truck here to have a little fun with on this little map, because this map is small and so are the fields, so you don't need anything really big. So then right next here we had our fuel point and my seed and herbicide hut right there. And then we have our cow barn over here behind a shed. And the only thing about this cow barn is it's got like an imaginary fence right here. But yeah, so we got a cow barn and it's small, so you can't get too big of equipment right through here, but it's drive-through and it works well. I used it during the New Beginning series. And then over here we cut down some trees that were right here and got ourselves a big shed there. And then we have a silage bunker right here. And so then now we go back towards the other side of the farm. We got ourselves a windmill. There's our header for a mower and a windrower and a loading wagon and our mowing machine. And then back here we have a little transport trailer. And there's our sheep barn with some sheep in it. And then we have a shed right here. This was the wheel loader that Farmer Willie B dug up for us over there underneath the windmill. And then we got a little Massey Ferguson tractor, a little tipper, a front lifter, a weight, and a little fertilizer lime spreader right there. And then in our sheep barn, it's got extra storage, so we got ourselves a little John Deere harvester. And then over here we've got another nice shed that is also a pigsty, or a pig barn. And we got one of my favorite tractors from Farming Simulator 19, a little Deutz Fahr 128 Agrotron. I really hope that comes to FS22. Built by one of my favorite modders for tractors in FS19, Red Cat. So yeah, if Red Cat happens to watch this episode, I really would like to see this tractor on FS22. I love the sound of it. So then you also got a door there and a door here. This pigsty or pig barn is drive-through. And here's where you can buy your pigs. So then around our pig barn is more storage over here. And so we have our little animal trailer right there, and this is where I had my Fendt tractor parked until we were doing the contract. But now I will give you a little bird's eye view of what we have, what it looks like, and then we'll look at the PDA and show you all the land that we own. So let's do that, and we need to collect on the contract too. I don't think we've done that yet. So let's go ahead and we'll put the cedar back in the shed here right now. And we'll go put the tractor back away. And then we will show you all that. We should probably give the tractor a nice wash, but we'll do that here later if we get the chance. Alright, so now let's go down here by our house and go in the office, and we'll show you all that stuff. So here is the PDA for this map called Starowies, and the land we own is everything here in green. Well, when I started this new beginning series, again, we owned this piece of land where our forest is, where we have our first 3 fields. And, excuse me, then we also owned the farm, which is right here. The farm is about right here, is what we owned originally. And then we bought field 19, which goes all the way this way, kind of in a backwards L. So that was what we bought later. And then this is the field where the windmill is, and we bought that during the series. And then we also bought this field right here where 48 is, where the Slurry Yard is. And this was the second piece of forestry land that we bought, this little triangle piece where you saw that big cornfield in the greenhouse. But that is the land. So then I'll show you our animals. So right now, after the closeout at the end of the New Beginning series, and we sold everything, rebuilt this new farm, I got everything to fit but chickens. And so I thought process was if I ever came back here, I'd probably buy a piece of land or something adjacent to this farmyard and then add chickens. So I got the sheep, pigs, and cow barn all placed here, and our sheep pasture has 4 in it. Our pigs have 2 and our cows have 2. And so now if we go into so animal pens, the cow barn that we're using holds 25 cows, and the pig enclosure that we're using holds 50. And then the sheep pasture that we're using holds 80. This pig enclosure right here is the pig enclosure for the map. And that is what I started this New Beginning series with, and it holds 50 pigs. So that is that right there. So now we'll collect on our contracts. And we're going to go do a couple of cultivating contracts here. So let's go ahead and we're going to take up this one for field 34. So let's get on my favorite tractor for right now. And we will hook up to our cultivator and go cultivate field 34. So that is just what this looks like and what this New Beginning series was. Okay, before we leave the farm, let's go in the landscape view and I'll show you the farm. So right here is our farm. This is what it looks like from above. So it worked out really well after the closeout auction and rebuilding this. And then I added in decorative trees to bring it to life. But that's what our farmyard looks like from above. Right there. And then over there is where our other shed and our silage bunker is, right here. And then if we go across the map here, I'll show you that other piece of forestry ground that we started with. So that big forestry piece is actually right here. where these 3 fields are, this is full of trees, and I cut them all down, like I said, and built this whole new beginning series. And then our windmill field is just over here. Right there is what it looks like. And the biogas plant is across the way here, across the map. So it's over here, and we don't have anything over here. We just own the biogas plant. Actually, CBW Farms owns it. But we get to use it. Okay, so then let's go across the map over by our farm the other direction. So we'll pass by our farm right now. And then here is the little field where I put down the slurry yard. Right there, you can see the slurry yard right there, and a little cornfield going around it. Okay, and then over here at this other end of the map, this whole triangle piece right here, this was full of trees as well, and cut them all down. And then also had enough room to put in a little greenhouse down there. But that is all of that there from that view. So let's get over to that contract now and give that a go. So it should be over here, and this ain't gonna take us long because we're using my favorite cultivator that was an FS19 that you could go, I think it was like 21 miles an hour with. So we go across the bridge here and go do this cultivating contract really quick. I hope to do another one of these new beginning series on a map in 22 as well, but I haven't found a map of which I want to do it on yet. Alright, well, let's hammer this cultivating contract out quick. I'd like to buy, this is another piece of forestry land right there. It would be nice to buy that if I ever come back here and get bored of FS22 and want to cut more trees down. I don't know, we'll see. But that was the other thing I was going to do in this series, was buy that piece of land. We just never got to it. So I'm recording this on Wednesday, and it will be, then you'll be watching this on Thursday is when it will go public anyway. You might not all watch it on Thursday, but hopefully some of you watch it and leave me a tasty treat on that like button. Which a tasty treat is a donut. Also called a cop battery by myself because I am a full-time police officer in a little town in northeast Nebraska. Been in law enforcement now for 22 years, going on 23 here. I'm married and got 4 kids, and today we actually, one of my boys and I are going to go travel up to where my daughter's going to college and bring her back home for the summer. And she's going to work at a new big daycare facility here in town. It's brand new. And then that's what she's going to do. But hopefully we'll maybe live stream today at some point. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so yeah, that's just a little bit about me. RustyMoney. Everybody asks, how'd you come up with RustyMoney? Well, Rusty Money is because I was a very die-hard NASCAR fan and a huge fan of Rusty Wallace, which drove the number 2 years ago for Miller Lite. That was his sponsor. Let's collect on this contract. Alright, let's go do another cultivating contract here. Let's go field 38. Let's see where 38 is. That's right over behind that residence. So, yeah, that's what the Rusty is for, is because I was a huge Rusty Wallace fan. And then the money part. The money part is just because the money in my pocket is rusty, and law enforcement, you don't make lots of money, is what we always say. So therefore, that gives you rusty money. Now, if I would have got into my other interest of barbecue when I started the YouTube channel and playing PlayStation, I probably would have called my YouTube channel something to do with my barbecue name, because my barbecue name is actually Mercury. Mercury's Sizzlin' Barbecue. And the Mercury is just a nickname that a citizen gave me when I was working as a deputy sheriff for the county here in another community that we used to live in. The guy that worked for the city called me Mercury for whatever reason. He gave me that nickname. And the fire chief in that town actually gave me a nickname nobody's heard of, and that was Mad Dog. He gave me the name Mad Dog for some reason, so that came later in life too. But yeah, so that's a little bit about where Rusty Money came from, and then what it probably would have been if I wouldn't have chose Rusty Money as my username for PlayStation several years ago. And Rusty Money's just stuck. Now, we got our good friend Bruce's Gaming that in a live stream a long time ago said I should become Tater Cop. So, and I actually like it, but you know, it's one of those deals where you don't want to change and start over, so that's just a nickname that Bruce calls me, but that is Tater Cop. And Tater is because in FS19 I planted and harvested a lot of potatoes in challenges because they would produce you lots of money and you would have a lot of product, but you wouldn't necessarily get a lot of money for them. It's just the idea that you would have a lot of liters that you could sell over time and make yourself money. So I really did a lot of potatoes in FS19. Alright, well, we can collect on that contract and go do another one here on this great small map. So let's collect on that one. We'll take up this other cultivate one on 28. And that is, where is 28? 28, where are you hiding at, 28? There's 30. 28 is right there above 29. Hello, Rusty, wake up. Alright, so let's go over there and get that done. So we got $65,000 now. So we're gonna do this contract, but if you if you guys want me to keep showing you some of these Throwback Thursdays, I really would like to see the comments. It's just a little something different, and I love playing FS19 as well. So coming back here and playing with some of my favorite mods, it's just a good feeling. And the maps that I'm using for this, you know, are Fellsbrunn and this map called Starowies and Mercury Farms, and also No Man's Land. So that will be the 4 Throwback Thursday game saves from FS19. So now we gotta cultivate up this little triangle field here. It looks like it had sunflowers on it maybe that withered away. Oh no, that's not sunflowers, that's that other crop. This is lucerne. So this map had special crops on it. 3 of them, I believe: lucerne, triticale, and rye. So let's get this field here cultivated and collect on this contract too. So again, everybody, if you have liked what you saw here and you saw another one of my custom farm builds here, and if you do get bored and you're looking for something new to watch, please, as a recent subscriber to RustyMoney Gaming, I suggest you check out this old New Beginning series. There was a lot of great episodes in it, I thought. And as I started with very little on the farm and took money that I earned and built a farm, and then did some dual role play with Farmer Willie B, and also then at the end sold all my stuff and built a brand new farm. So yeah, if you have liked this episode, please drop me a tasty one on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery, and by all you people as a delicious donut. And please leave us a comment in the comment section. And also share a box of donuts with all your friends and family by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel RustyMoney Gaming here on YouTube. But from myself, RustyMoney, we will see you all on the flip side. Have a good one, my friends. See you later.